rebooking of a fight that was due last November, one where we picked the black belt hunter Rodolfo Vieira to get the win. We have Cody Brundage taking on Rodolfo Vieira, and for Brundage, he didn't take that fight against Vieira. Vieira withdrew. Brundage got into an odd situation with one half of the co-main event coming up this weekend. Lord Michał Oleszczak. Brundage runs across the cage, gets the takedown, Oleszczak back up to his feet, but no, that's not what happened, because Oleszczak reverse position and landed nasty ground and pound to the point where it looked like he put Brundage out, and you had Oleszczak getting the first round win. So what does Brundage do? Well, similar to last weekend's co-main event, he grows a beard like Bruno Silva, and he's back to his roots. So listen, if you grow a beard at middleweight, you get finishes, and we'll see if Brundage can do what he did in his last win against Trey Gore, knock him out with his boxing. Cody Brundage, a big opportunity against Rodolfo Vieira, and Brundage we've seen in some of these fights where, let's go, William Knight fight. Well, he's beating him with his grappling until they get back up to the feet and he gets finished. His fight against Oleszczak, he takes him down, but then he gets finished. His fight against Trey Gore, he boxes him, even though Brundage is a collegiate wrestler from Newberry College. Brundage has had these ups and downs throughout the time that he's been, not just in the UFC, in overall mixed martial arts. Rodolfo Vieira, what's his problem? It's cardio. His cardio's problem. It got him caught against Fluffy Hernandez. It got him tired where he went 0 of 20 in takedown attempts against Chris Curtis. So we'll see if Vieira can go out there and get a finish in a matchup like this. But I'm really eager to see what we get, because Brundage speed bump against Oleszczak, it's not really the same one that you're going to face against a guy like Vieira. And Vieira, I'm just eager to see what version we get as he ages and progresses. The 33-year-old, the former ADCC, like, we're talking like champ, not just like a European champ, Oceania champ. Vieira is that grappler, and he does have really good takedowns in his own right.
He does.
It should be a matchup and a clash where we get these two guys both in the middle.
It definitely should be, but there's a reason we both picked Rodolfo the last time around, and I still favor him in the matchup for these reasons. The majority of the time when Cody Brundage is having success, you brought it up, he is implementing the takedown, he is using his wrestling, and he has darn great wrestling. Who's the one guy at middleweight you probably don't want to use that wrestling against? Like, Rodolfo isn't just a good black belt on the ground. He's someone who can get reversals off of his back. He does have, like, a small man's jiu-jitsu game for being a big guy. It is kind of like Shoeface. A lot of guys, people will forget him. Shoeface had legitimate jiu-jitsu, and even his isn't as good as Vieira's. So, for Rodolfo, if he's just facing a guy who's expecting to take him down a lot and going in there to implement his own takedowns, Rodolfo's probably, he's so happy. He's not going to go 0 for 20. He's going to enjoy getting taken down. Like, I understand Cody Brundage is a heavy fighter on top, has good ground and pound. It's not going to be an enjoyable experience for Rodolfo Vieira in this matchup, but it's going to make his job an awful lot easier, and that should help him in the cardio department in this matchup.
The weird thing for Brundage is, go back to his fight against Nick Maximov. Maximov only wrestles. He took down Brundage. Brundage landed better shots, but Maximov was credited with so much ground control time out of a poor takedown ratio. Brundage goes out there against, again, Trey Gore, a striker, and he knocks him out on the feet with his boxing. If Brundage can keep this striking, I definitely think he can beat Vieira. Vieira will pump a jab out there, throw those big looping shots, but I went back and looked at it in the scorecards that Vieira had when he was taking on Dustin Stoisfus. That was tied going into the third round before he got that submission win. That was a performance bonus. And each of these guys out of their wins only have one win over guys that are still in the UFC. Brundage beat Gore, Vieira beat Stoisfus, but all the other guys aren't in the UFC. Piotr, Safarov, Lungiambula for Brundage, so no longer in the UFC. So it is a little chintzy that way. And again, for Vieira, if you look at it, 4-time IBJJF World Champ, 2015 ADCC World Champ, 3-1 in grappling tournaments against the former Bellator middleweight champ, Rafael Lovato Jr. It's not Rafael, it's Rafael. So he's 3-1 there, lost the first one, won the next 3. And if you've ever watched the grappling matches between Rodolfo Vieira and Marcus Almeida, go out and watch them. Almeida's the best, so they are a lot of fun to watch. But when you look at a matchup like this, again, Brundage is a better striker. Wild.
We don't want to see 15 minutes of him striking, though.
You don't, but you could. Vieira's about a 3-1 favorite. Don't like that. Vieira has good offensive wrestling, and I go back to it. His fight that he had coming into the UFC over with ACA, where he took on one Vitaly Nemchinov before he fought Piotr. He ran across the cage, got a double leg, and as Nemchinov turned, he was able to get the submission victory. I like that out of Vieira. I don't know how the takedown defense of Brundage is going to hold up against a guy like Vieira if we get into those long-winded grappling exchanges, but For Vieira to go 0 of 20 in takedown attempts against Chris Curtis, that is a little strange, I guess. So we look at the Tapology votes, Matt. Surprised that's there to you. I'm going to say over under 77.5% Vieira.
Way over.
Because the odds are where they're at. Only slightly over. 566 total votes, 83% Vieira, 86% by submission. That's not the surprise. For the 17% that have Brundage, 44% by decision, 43% by knockout. Brundage, when he knocked out Tresean Gore, was like, going crazy. Like, you told me I can't box, you told me I can't do this, do that, whatever. His boxing did look really good, and it has improved. It is much improved. Bad Boy Beard Brundage, we'll see if that plays out in a matchup like this. I'm really eager to see it. I have Rodolfo Vieira in the matchup. I still do. I had him back in November. That Brundage loss to Oleksiejczuk doesn't change anything in my mind, but I do like Vieira with the powerful grappling and the fact that maybe I did see Oleksiejczuk hit that reversal and land the ground and pound. I do like Vieira.
How good have Ultimate Fighter winners been lately? I don't put a lot of stock into the Tresean Gore fight. I have Rodolfo Vieira in this matchup.
Both of us going with Vieira out of Fusion Excel to get the win. Let us know down below in the comments section who you have, Matt. The co-main event, Borralho taking on Oleksiejczuk. You are not going to want to miss it. Keep it locked in with Fight Night Picks, we always say. Let's get into it.